afternoon, everybody. I'm just checking that everything's installed okay. Got plenty of stuff. Ooh, Zerial 3000 series. Cool. Good afternoon, Mr. Helgi. I notice I do not have my farm sim screen set up. There we go. That's it. Now everybody can see what I'm doing. Lol, I could tell I'm a bit out of practice at all this stuff. And thank you for the resub, Mr. Helgi. Everything's installed. Looks like. At least. Loads of harvesters. BT front. Yeah. Nice bit of kit. Telehandlers. Skid steers. Don't have a lot of those. Miscellaneous. Not a lot in there. Checking everything's installed that needs to be installed. Pretty much the same mod list as we used on Lacor and Ella. So there is stuff for us to upgrade to if we need to. Got the same lovely Crisoni headers. Some from Stevie, it looks like. Nice new Crisoni foldy headery thingy there for doing the corn and sunflowers and stuff. There's a bunch of stuff, and of course Stevie's one there as well. Obviously Stevie's included some of his mods in the map. Oh, hello, somebody's joining. Here comes Mr. Helgi. Synchronization incoming. Plows, have we got any good plows installed? Probably not. Same as last map, I suppose. So we start with a subsoil. We start with the 8-meter subsoiler, so we can probably get away with using that, to be fair. Great Pane Cedar there by Stevie. Also got the Have I found missing one? I'm missing one. We're missing a Great Plains cedar. Why am I missing a Great Plains cedar? Let me double check. I should have had that. Should be there. Why is that not added? Because I forgot to enable it. Yeah, that'd be about right, wouldn't it? It's on the server and it's in the mod folder. It's just not actually enabled. I will do that when the server next restarts. Do not panic, everybody. There is nothing for you to have to download. Or anything like that. It is purely my fault for not ticking a box before I started the server up. Plenty of stuff. And we're at the main farm running around. I'm going to put the Discord on because no doubt Mr. Helgi will want to talk to me because I haven't seen him for a week or so. Because I haven't been doing a lot of farm sim stuff. Good evening, Mr. Helgi.
Hello. Hope you're fine.
Yes, I am okay. I'm here on the new map.
I already checked some contracts. There's field 23 plowing for 26,500. But it's a huge field.
It's all good stuff. There's lots to do.
It takes 10 days to do it.
No, because we've got the I don't know if we can use the subsoiler, can we? For ploughing contracts, or whether you have to use a plough. I do not know.
I guess we could. We would need a second one if you can't buy one.
Run around, load up all the synchronise the map data, see what all the fields are looking like. Good thing is we start with loads of equipment. It's okay, it's all vanilla equipment, but we start with equipment. However, the downside to that is all the tractors we start with don't have GPS in them because they're vanilla tractors, but they can be added later on down the road a bit. Let's have a look, Ski.
So what fields do we own? 9, 11, 2,
9, 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10 and 11, yeah. The fields at the top there. 2 and 3 are ready for harvesting, as is number 9. Is obviously potatoes. That lovely field, little field 9 that Stevie gives us.
Can do it by hand, I think. Yeah.
Well, we've got the potato machine in the shed.
Really?
Yeah, Stevie gives you the potato machine.
Oh, wow. Then we shouldn't do contracts, we should do some work.
We should do our own fields first, yeah. Yeah, I've seen one of these sheds over here, I think it's in this one.
Oh, number 3 is not completely fertilized. So we have, I have it in German again, my game. I can tell you it's Hafer and Gerste. It's the second, and it's barley and what is it? Wheat, barley, and
oats, I
what
think.
the horses eat oat, yeah.
Yeah, oat and barley we've got growing. And then we've ready to harvest. Then we've got sunflowers growing and also corn growing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, fields 1 and 10 are 2 fields of grass. So, mowed. What does the potato harvester require? 110 horsepower and 65 horsepower. So that only needs a little tractor. One of the little tractors, if I can remember where they all are.
Oh, look at this. There's a nice little fent. Then the case. These are not. Oh, these are the basic tractors that come with the game.
Yeah, basic tractors that come with the game.
All right. There's even a Challenger.
Yeah, Stevie gives you quite a bit of equipment on this map to start with. He's got everything planned out.
Where do I have to go?
That's one tiny thing you did get wrong, Stevie. You should have positioned that the other way around.
Can you drive through the hedges?
I don't think so. Not on Stevie's map.
Oh, no, can't.
No, he has collisions. You can go through the gates though. All the gates open.
Yeah, you need to turn around to get there. Oh, I can make it. Yes.
Or did he put it the right way around? I can't work out which way this is supposed to connect. Ah, he did put it the right way around, okay.
Okay, be right back.
Stuck on the bloody fence. So in trouble with this potato machine. It's the horrible one.
Do we need straw?
We can do straw, yeah.
So your potato harvester works? Or is
Yeah.
it offset?
It's that offset one.
Bullshit. Telephone.
I need to find a way to turn around, really. I need to work this field the opposite way to what I'm doing it. It's not a lot of room. Let's turn around. There we go. Got to remember which way round to do this.
At least there's enough space around the fields. Not
Yeah.
too close to the trees and hedges.
This field's a little bit tight. 5%. It takes a lot longer to do potatoes this way. Tractor to unload. Going on? Loading creatively. Trailer from somewhere.
Yeah, I wasn't talking much because my wife was talking on the phone. So the harvesting of this field was 16% of the harvester. 1/6.
Oh.
That was not much.
Well, no, because I guess the fields haven't been lined and fertilised properly and stuff yet.
Could be. So I'm harvesting the barley. And yeah, barley is a little bit more. I'm already at 5%. Just started the row. Maybe it was something wrong with the field setting. Can't be that barley gives me 16% or 20% in one row.
double check. Let me double check. Make sure we don't have a similar issue to what we had on the last map.
Not
where the yields went all weird. It could well be, yeah. Ah, for fuck's sake.
Because this previous field was completely fertilized, and this field is only half fertilized. Or first stage fertilized. But I mean, I'm getting a normal rate out of it, I think. Out of the oats.
Oats is fine, yeah. Barleys and wheat are screwed up.
Okay.
For some weird reason, it's... the litres per square metre value is wrong on some of these maps.
Is it a map issue? Or?
It's a map issue, yeah. Instead of being litres per square metre 1.19, it's 0.119. The decimal points in the wrong place on all the yield. Yeah, so we're only getting a tenth of the yield on everything. So I just need to go through and change that on everything, which means I will have to I'll have to update the map.
Yeah, can't help it. It is what it is. It felt odd to me that it didn't get full. It's only a small field, but I mean, yeah, I put it in the silo.
It's weird that it only affects. It's weird that it only affects the crops that produce straw normally.
Well, oat produces straw as well, and it didn't. It's not affected. I don't think so. I'm 60% full now after 3 rows. Seems fine. It's not such a big field. It's a rather small field.
Yeah, I wonder if... oh. Because on this map I am running a mod I haven't used ever before. Which should enable us to do straw on some of the other crops as well that you can't normally do straw on.
Okay.
So like soybeans and canola you're supposed to be able to do like straw. And I think corn as well. I don't know whether we can sell it though, that's the thing.
Yeah, that would be the next question. Do we do loose collection or bales?
Well, we've got the option of doing both because we've got a loading wagon and we've also got the balers. We can sell corn stalks, canola straw, and soybean straw. So yeah, it is supported. So when we do those,
but it's bales or we don't know.
I think it's bales for that sort of stuff. I mean, you can probably pick it up loose as well. I don't see any reason why you can't sell it loose. We're not playing with seasons, and we're not playing on Black Coronella, where the guy didn't want you selling loose straw and grass and hay and stuff. So you should be able to sell everything loose here as well as do bales.
Unless you want to do something else with the straw.
Well, we don't have any animals at the minute, so it doesn't really.
We also have I think a straw selling point in the farm. The barn?
Barn sales, yeah, that'll take straw, bales or loose.
Yeah, that is typically Stevie's, and it takes loose straw.
Yeah. So on that barley field then, you're probably actually going to get more straw than you are barley. You're going to end up with a lot more straw to collect.
I'm full.
You know, 1%. So yeah, we start with a lovely, wonderful $10 million loan.
Wow.
Well, we in debt.
Is this your heritage?
Yeah.
You inherit a 10 million loan.
Well, I consolidated La Coronella and then I reinvested it here in Snetterton's. However, there was a lot of legal fees and stuff in that changing of the deeds, and by the time we got all the equipment as well, it was like flip. I ended up having to take a bit. I had to end up having to borrow a lot of money to set us up on this map. But I'm sure we'll get it repaid fairly quickly, because we almost end up making lots of money.
Only a matter of time. Can we make compost out of straw? I don't see a problem then.
I think we can make compost, but we would need the compost factory.
which we don't own, I guess.
Well, with Stevie's map, it's a placeable, and it depends if I've installed it. I've got his digesting silo, and his fermenting silos, and his homogenized milk silo, and his potato steamer and washer. Those are the only global company buildings I've got installed at the minute, so I could probably add the compost factory.
It's the big one, right?
It's the great big massive one that we had on Fenton Forest, yeah. Which would have to be placed somewhere like
can
at
you
the
sell
PG.
compost?
Yeah, you should be able to sell compost on the map. On Stevie's map. Yeah, compost. Will be sold at the grain mill, Jeeves mill, Silage Kings, which is the big
you already have a loading wagon way of unloading, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you're loading it. That wagon will take potatoes.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't know.
With it being the vanilla one. Oh, struggling a little bit to turn around.
That's not vanilla, it's blue.
It's not the Millennial Farmer one, which does take everything. That's what I meant to say.
But again, you notice that this is Stevie's map. I mean, it is beautiful in the detail.
Yeah, incredible amount of detail. Hence the over 1 gig map size to download.
Yeah.
And the fact that I only get about 30 frames per second. 16 if I'm driving close to the farm.
I haven't switched it on. I don't know. After I reinstall the Windows, I haven't set everything the way I had it before.
Well,
but it works.
The bit I don't like is NVIDIA released in their driver update the other day. They've changed their overlay thing. So instead of just getting the little green numbers in the corner of the screen with the frame rate, you now get this horrible great big bar called the performance overlay. It's flipping annoying because it takes up a lot more screen space than the 2 little green numbers.
Where was the harvester parked?
It was parked just in front of the shed, wasn't it? Next to the silo.
The header.
And the header was attached to the back of it already, but you can obviously park it wherever you feel is a better place to park it, because obviously it doesn't want to live in front.
It's easier to park.
Doesn't want to live
with this special header connection.
Like, it will get in the way a bit. To empty.
So I'm trying to find the loading wagon or the baler.
They are in a shed, I think, facing the silo.
Oh, there's another one.
I think all the mowing stuff is kept together in a shed, in like and then all the baling stuff is for some odd reason mixed in with the planters and seeders, which is a bit weirdo.
Okay, there's a fuel tank, there's a repair shop.
Yeah, we got all the mod cons. Mod cons. So yeah, we're trundling along quite nicely. We start with some nice equipment, but like I say, there is room to upgrade it.
Why am I getting commercials in your stream?
I don't know, you should be, because you're supposed to be subbed. You are subbed. Subs shouldn't get adverts. Subscribers should be immune from adverts. But then Twitch have been doing some weird stuff just recently with ads. Because they've been upsetting all the partners.
Yeah.
Because they've started to do a thing. They did an experiment last week, I think it was, where they were doing automatic ads during people's streams. Because I remember Squirrel tweeted about. I saw a tweet from Squirrel complaining about it, that he didn't like it, that Twitch was doing automatic adverts in the middle of his streams, and his viewers were complaining that they were getting ads. Because he doesn't run ads.
Especially if somebody explains something.
Well, that's the problem. That's the problem with the automatic ads. It kicks in, and then people miss half the stream. They miss the stream because the ad takes over. And I know there was lots of people talking about it. A lot of the big Twitch streamers were like, "We don't want it. If you want to have ads, fine, but make the ads like a tiny little box in the corner and still allow people to see and hear the stream."
Yeah.
But Twitch are never going to do that.
No.
Because if you put the ads in a tiny little window, then the companies aren't going to be very happy, because they're going to want their ads to be seen. Loads of weird things. Everybody's trying weird things. None, of course, weirder than Microsoft spending $7.5 billion to buy Bethesda. That came out of the blue. That was a shock when I saw that the other day.
Microsoft bought it?
Yeah, Microsoft bought Bethesda for $7.5 billion.
Wow.
Of course, and everybody...
Are these companies worth that much money?
Well, I don't know.
Can you imagine how much money is in this business?
They're going to have to make a lot of games. You have to make and sell a lot of games. Of course, straight away everyone was like, well, that's it then. That means all the future Elder Scrolls and Fallout games are going to be Xbox exclusive. Everyone was like, that's it. You won't be able to play them on your PC or PlayStation, only on Xbox. And I'm like, that's not really the case, is it? Because if a company spends $7.5 billion, then they're not going to hurt themselves by limiting their sales by only putting them on one device. They're going to make sure that all the games release on as many platforms as possible to get as many sales as they can.
Makes sense.
The only advantage to obviously the Microsoft people and the Xbox players and those with the Game Pass thing is that they will get the games included in that. which means those people will save money because they won't have to buy the games when they get released, because they'll get them automatically in their Game Pass subscription thing.
Did you name the farm, or is it already called Snetterton's Farm? Because there are signs here saying Snetterton's Farm.
The signs on the map are on the map. Stevie put those in the map, but in the actual farm in the menu, I had to name it. Otherwise, it was just Farm 1.
Ah, okay. So that's why the signs here say Snetterton's Farm. Okay.
Yeah, because Stevie put Snetterton's Farm signs all over the map. Even though he calls the map Lakeland Vale 3, to just confuse everybody.
Ah, the name is from Stevie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you just named it for whatever reason, Snetterton's Farm.
No, it's from Stevie. It was a map Stevie made for Farm Sim 17. He made it for Farm Sim 17.
Okay.
And then he's just redone it now for FS19. But for whatever reason, he's put it in the Lakeland Vale sort of group of maps. So the map folder, the map zip file is Lakeland Vale 3, but it should be it should be Snetterton's Farm. But I suppose it helps Stevie keep track of his maps. I'm kind of expecting him to send me to contact me next week. I'm sure I'll get a message from Stevie next week.
And?
Because he'll want me to be testing his new map.
Even another one?
Well, it's his updated Fenton Forest map. He's been updating Fenton Forest and changing Fenton Forest, the 4X map. But he'll want me to do testing on it. Even though I've said several times I wouldn't play the map because I think I've played enough Fenton Forest now. Having done the normal map, the 4X map, and having done the 4X map on the server with you.
So I sold the straw, but it doesn't say how much I found.
Sold the straw, but it doesn't tell you how much we got.
No, it doesn't.
Get paid for the straw?
I sold it at Silage Kings 2.
Silage Kings 2. Oh, that's the BGA.
Okay.
So we'll get
So
paid for that at midnight. Yeah. We'll get paid for that at midnight, and then obviously we'll get the digestate then.
Well, it's obviously the highest price we get.
Yeah.
It's $140, which is not bad. We are young and we need the money.
We do indeed. Why, it'd be nice to sell these potatoes. There'd be a few of them.
When the crop is in the silo, yeah, put it in the silo.
Yeah, we've probably got a little bit of crop in the stylo, because no doubt Stevie gives us a little bit of everything. Again, I haven't really looked. I literally just uploaded the map yesterday, switched it on. I logged in briefly yesterday just to set up the finances and set up the farm, to create the farm, and then obviously put us 10 million in debt. That was it.
The barley should be 30,000, now it's only 14,000.
The only other thing I did then was quickly change fields 1 and 10 using the dev commands, because they're grass fields, and I don't like grass fields that when you log into a map say they need ploughing and lime. I'm like, it's a grass field, it doesn't need ploughing and lime. So I just quickly refreshed those to remove the need to plough and lime spread the grass. But then everything else was pretty much as it was. I have turned weeds off on this map because I can't be bothered with weeds.
Yeah, I mean, these are very big fields.
Can't be bothered spraying weeds. Quite happy to do fertilising and stuff like that, but and fertilising contracts, but weed spraying is just fucking annoying, especially with how fast the weeds grow. Which, by the way, reminds me, what settings have I got everything on? Plant growth is on slow. Plant withering is off, so none of the fields will wither. Crop destruction is on. Ploughing required is on. Lime required is on. And then everything else is default, or all the helper buying of seed and fertilisers and things like that is off. Whilst I'm in this menu, I ought to allow Mr. Helgi to have everything. In fact, actually, I might as well promote him to a farm manager.
I started playing a new game. Maybe you've seen me playing it. Medieval Dynasty.
Medieval Dynasty. Yeah, that is. I
From the makers of Farm Dynasty, and they also made some wood chipper dynasty or something.
Yeah, I've seen you playing that on Steam a couple of times, and then for some weird reason, the last couple of days when I've logged on to YouTube, it's been recommending me to watch videos of it.
Okay.
From some woman named Lilia TV or something like that. I think she's been playing it.
Still in early
access. We think you would like to watch this, and I'm like, really?
It's still in early access, and let's see.
I pre-ordered Cyberpunk the other day from CD Projekt Red because I realised I hadn't ordered that game. So I went on GOG and bought it. I need to remember to load up Epic today because there's going to be Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 or something free on Epic.
Free?
Yeah. On Epic Games. If you like your Roller Coaster Tycoon game. I think it's the complete edition as well. Yeah, Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 Complete Edition is now available for free. So I'm going to quickly add that to my Epic library. I got Football Manager the other day on there for free as well. They were doing Football Manager 2020. Give that a bit of a play as well soon.
So you are already on Twitch on a premium server? You can select the quality?
You can select the quality. Oh, so they've given me a premium server today. That's nice. That's nice of Twitch. I like it when they do that. However, what I don't like about Twitch is when they let some complete random person copyright claim the first 6 minutes of all my videos. Which is what's been happening with all my Skyrim streams that I've been doing just lately.
How old is this game?
Skyrim originally came out in 2011.
Okay.
But the special edition that I'm playing came out in 2016? 2018. Which is like the upgraded 64-bit version with all the DLC and with all the mods and Creation Club stuff and everything. And obviously the big mod I'm using is the Legacy of the Dragonborn mod, which gives you a museum that you have to fill with all rare artifacts and stuff that you find as you're going around the world, going around the map and doing all the quests and all the missions. You find all these objects that you can put on display.
And after 2,000 hours you have everything.
Yeah, nearly.
Oh, I'll get myself a coffee. Right.
I've certainly put some hours into Skyrim this last week. Last week or so. I'm nearly Thane in all the holds. There's only Windhelm and Riften that I'm not Thane of. And I've already done the Companions and Mages Guild quest lines. I've got to start the Dark Brotherhood next. I've got to go and kill Grelod in Riften. And then also I need to start the Thieves Guild missions as well. That would be useful. And then I can get some more stuff. But my character's done well. I've already hit level... I think I was level 72 when I logged in this afternoon. Because I added some more Creation Club content. Because it's all on sale at the minute with the Microsoft purchase. I've completed my collection of CC Club stuff.
Wunderbar, dann kann es ja jetzt losgehen. Das heißt, ihr braucht viel Baldrian für die Nerven, so irgendwas. Moment, warte mal. Erzähl noch mal, der Helge steht nicht da.
Make some room so I can unload the potatoes. I think I'll get one more load of potatoes in this trailer and then it will be full. I have to go and take that and sell it then. Some bits where I've like not harvested the potatoes. Bit right here. Here where I haven't dug up the potatoes. I have. Maybe they're crop destructed. Potato harvest is complete. Not quite.
So I am back.
And he's back. And he's back. I feel I'm doing a very bad job of picking up all the potatoes.
Well, it is not easy with this tool, definitely.
Like I keep missing rows. I harvested enough now that I need to empty again. Good thing is it seems to let me harvest with the pipe in the unload position. Although that doesn't seem to make a lot of sense because the pipe's on the wrong side of the machine. You would never be able to unload as you're harvesting.
But that's the only direction you can harvest.
Yeah, because you can only harvest in one direction, and the pipe's going to be all the while over the potatoes you haven't yet harvested, so you'd be doing crop destruction. Doesn't seem very sensible. Where do potatoes need to be sold? Let's find out. Silage Kings again will take them for $270.
What country is this map supposed to be on? Because they drive on the right side and there's a yellow middle marker on the road, which is unusual.
I'm not entirely sure. Doesn't look American to me. Same time doesn't really look European either. See if I can find my way around the map. For the Silage Kings.
Are there Silage Kings? Has it different unloading points, or because it says Silage Kings 2?
I think he's done that because of the naming convention. If you use his fertilizer factory and his compost factory, because they're named. They have the Silage Kings branding on them.
Okay.
So no doubt the fertiliser factory or the compost factory might be Silage Kings 1 or Silage Kings 3 when it appears on the map. And you've bought one and placed one. I want to put my bacons on as I'm on the road. Must be American. Speed limit 50. And we're driving on the wrong side of the road. Of course we are.
Oh, what a traffic.
Oh yes, we've got traffic.
Yeah, but that's okay. It's no problem.
Yeah, it's not as annoying as on some of the maps because the roads are wide enough and you don't stop you getting into anywhere.
It's quite hilly.
Yeah, it's not a flat map. Not a flat map. Doesn't do flat maps.
You had this Let's Play was on this map? Yeah?
No, I didn't do a Let's Play on this map. I did testing. I did the testing of the map a week prior to its release. I did all the bug testing for it.
So the potatoes will also go overnight payment.
Yep. And there'll be some digestate here, which I think we can take, and then we can sell that at the... Where does the digestate get sold? I think the digestate gets sold at the manure sales for 79 bucks. If we're not using it to fertilise fields. Which I don't think we will be at this moment in time because I don't think we have a slurry spreader.
What else did we do with digestate? We made fertilizer.
We made fertiliser before on the other maps, yeah.
Which makes us filthy rich.
Haven't got any of those mods installed. Haven't got like the fertiliser makers or seed makers or anything like that.
Okay.
Didn't add any of those this time.
So we have to make money as every little peasant.
Every little peasant.
So let's see. Can I put straw in the silo? Maybe it's not bad to have some.
Yeah, should be in the silo.
Or is there anything in the silo? Yeah, there's 10,000 in the sign.
One of the things we don't have at the start, we don't own the horse area. That's the only animal area we don't own off the bat. Obviously we have the pigs and sheep and cows and chickens at the main farm. We want to use that. Add those.
Free running chicken.
Yeah, free
In your
running
face chicken.
In your face chicken.
The okay. Field 1 and 2. No, field 2 and 3. Is plowed. Now, what does it need? Line. And seeding. Right. Do we have line? No. We only have the radar.
The bradle,
And then I can use this for line.
Yeah, that'll take line.
And available. There's a manure store. Do you see that? There's a manure store.
Yeah.
Farm silo. Small silo supplies. Is that?
Farm supplies is where you'll get the lime from, yeah. And your seed and your fertiliser and stuff like that.
But we have to pay for it.
You have to pay for it, yes. It's not free. But it saves you having to go to the shop and buy loads of pallets and transport pallets everywhere.
Yeah, you save that, yeah. It's probably a little bit more expensive, yeah. They don't have lime. They have kalk. Oh.
Because you're playing in German still.
Yeah. Like I said, forgot to switch. I need to tell Steam to start it in English.
Start it in English, Steam.
That I can communicate.
And the potatoes.
Field 3, you idiot. It's only 12 meters. Not 54.
Not 50 metres like the sulking.
Yeah.
It'll also use the lime quite quickly, I imagine, with it being the vanilla one. Imagine it'll get through the lime at a really high rate. Boy, oh boy, is it going to be a long time before we're in the position to have the nice, the custom modding John Deere machine that does the lime and does the fertiliser spraying. That's a nice machine. I've not used it yet on any map. This is the first map I've had it installed on. It'd be nice to use that mod. Some point. do like the machines that can be multi-purpose.
What is this John Deere thingy?
It's the new sprayer and spreader. So under vehicles, under crop protection, you've got the 4940 self-propelled sprayer machine, which comes looking like that. And then when you go into your crop protection,
you can attach different devices to it.
you can buy a 120-foot boom for it to do your fertilizer spraying. And you can also buy, under the fertilizer technology, a lime spreader for it.
And you have also these tanks attached. Tanks.
The tanks go on the tractor. The little Demco ones go on the John Deere 8R, and the Steiger ones go on the Case Steiger.
Oh, okay.
To give you extra fertilizer if you're doing fertilizing with tractor. Which works with your usual, do we have the Hardy sprayer to start with? This map. The Hardy one. Yeah, the Hardy Navigator 6000 Stevie gives us in the starting equipment.
Yep. The pull one, no?
Yeah.
Pulling is the track, yeah. So lime spreaded it.
Lime spreaded it.
But if I do fertilizing, what do you think? Should do fertilizing first. Or do I do that with the breeder?
Yeah, you can empty the lime out of it. The only thing is it does it that annoying thing, it'll put it into pallets, which is the only annoying thing. Or of course you can liquid fertilise using the Hardy. Thing is, they didn't need ploughing, which is a bit weird. But I suppose if you cultivate them after you've fertilised, and then, but I think both the seeders we have will do fertiliser as they seed.
Dünger. It's much shorter, right? If you say Dünger is much shorter than fertilizer. Oh, it's much wider in spraying the fertilizer than the lime. Definitely.
Yeah,
and not using
the
as
lime's
much.
about half as wide, I think. Is it half as wide on the lime?
It could
So,
be
whatever
maybe a
the,
third, 50% shorter, 50% less.
which I find a bit weird.
Yeah, it's the same throwing out of particles. Yeah.
Unless they try to make out that lime is heavier and denser than fertilizer, and therefore it doesn't fly as far when it's thrown. Gravity has more of an impact on lime than it does fertilizer. I don't know.
Maybe it's because the wind would blow it away if you put it too far out. So you make it more locally to the tractor. That's how I would explain it.
Was it only doing 6 meters then?
No, it's wider. It's about 12 meters.
So you have got the discs on the back of that then?
Yeah, yeah.
The little fold-out arms, okay. I wasn't sure whether Stevie had set the machine up like that or not.
Yeah, it's a small radar, but it has the
It's got the spreading arms on it.
extension. Yeah.
Yeah. The weird thing is, though, I think he made a mistake. Because it's the K105 that you're pulling. But when you go into fertilizer technology and you scroll along, it's the K165 by Stevie that he's added to the map. That comes with the map. So I don't know whether he gave us the wrong one. I don't know whether he meant to give us... He meant to give us...
K165 is the big one, no?
Yeah, I don't know if he meant... I think he meant to give us the big one. His one. But he's given us the K105 instead. I don't know why...
It's a vanilla one, no?
Yeah. I think he meant to give us his one, but he forgot to change the machine, the equipment name in the vehicle XML.
Okay.
Because I think when he was making the map, he placed all vanilla vehicles in Giant's editor. And then obviously copied that information to the XML file. And then he went in and changed some of the equipment. Because obviously the seeders that we get are his seeders. Because they do the alfalfa. Same as the balers and the wrappers. They're Stevie's custom ones that'll do alfalfa. I think he overlooked the bradle. I think he meant to change the bradle to call on his K165 instead of the 105, the vanilla one. But
Good, well, it's not a big deal.
It's no big deal. In some ways, I kind of prefer it like that because at least it gives you the option then down the road of upgrading to the bigger one.
So the cedar, what is this? Which one is the cedar?
The cedar will be the horse, I think.
The red one.
Yeah.
I can't read the name on it.
The horse pronto. In fact, we've got two cedars because the Lemkin, the blue one, is also a cedar. But they plant everything. They plant everything. One's 12 metres, one's 9 metres. Don't really know what else the difference is on them.
So what shall we plant over there?
Don't plant potatoes.
Why not?
Because I won't have finished this harvest still. By the time they're ready to harvest, I'll still be doing this field.
What crop do we have?
Well, we haven't done any wheat yet, have we? We've just done barley and oats.
Yeah.
We haven't done wheat, and we haven't got any canola.
Well, canola is something 12,000 in the. I mean, I can do wheat and canola.
Again, soybeans I would leave till we've got a bigger field to put soybeans on, because soybeans tends to be quite small yield. You need a big field for soybeans.
And I do field 2 with wheat and field 3 with soybeans, with canola.
Canola. You've already spent like 17 grand on lime and fertiliser. Just check the silo doesn't have any seed and fertiliser already in it.
No, I'm applying fertilizer, but it doesn't register. That's a problem.
Are you seeding? That's because you haven't cultivated the field before. You didn't cultivate the field after you sprayed it. You have to cultivate.
I can cultivate. Because that's probably what I need to do.
Yeah. You need to change the soil, the ground state, don't you? In between spraying and seeding. Always have to do it. Because of how the game works, how Giants program the game. Even if you've got a seeder that fertilises and is a direct drill seeder, it doesn't work. They've never fixed and updated that, which is rubbish. Hopefully that's something they will get working properly in the next game.
No. So cultivator is the green one? Or?
Yes.
The Amazon thingy?
The Amazona, yeah.
Amazon Seniors is the cultivator?
Yep. The Amazon Prime.
Just put GPS on and relax.
Yeah. Yes.
We don't have GPS.
No GPS. We don't have GPS, sadly. Christ, we would have been 20 million in debt. So a nice orange pear.
You also don't have the time mod.
No, well, I did have it installed, but for some weird reason, when I loaded it up yesterday, when I logged into the map, half the time disappears off the edge of the screen.
Oh. I mean, my screen is wider.
It was off the right-hand edge of the screen, and I'm like, well, that's no good.
No, it wouldn't look nice. It's because it's a small map.
I'm sure it's it might be me. I might have changed my XML settings. Something. And change the
Only
position
8
on them.
o'clock. It's a 1-to-1 time setting.
I'm setting at the minute. I can increase it. Need be. Didn't want time running too fast as I was setting everything up.
It's like in Train Sim World, the people said, we want weather change with over time. Yeah?
Yeah. Dynamic
The
weather.
weather change, dynamic weather. Said, okay, but how long do you ride a train? Maximum an hour? Maybe 1.5? Do you think that within 1 hour the weather will change?
That dramatically.
No, probably not. You don't start in the morning and see the sun setting. It's not the case. Doesn't happen. It's like I have a train simulator, and you will see the seasons change while you drive. Not. I mean, it's a lot of effort to do dynamic weather when there is no time to do dynamic weather, actually, to see it change. So what's the point?
Yeah, because most of the train routes, I imagine, are quite short.
Yeah. They are maximum 50 kilometers or so, maybe 70. Now with the new version, you have the high-speed trains, the ICE, and they will have the TGV, the French one. But I mean, for these trains, you need long tracks to appreciate it. But that's not the case yet. But you have a scenario planner where you can put the ICE on the London Metro if you want, and ride through the tunnels with the ICE.
Empty that. As I'm full of potatoes.
I'm pretty sure that Colonel Failure had a saying in this. Just give them the possibility to do shit. Just, yeah, it's not realistic, but let them decide if they want to do it or not.
Drive a high-speed intercity on the underground.
Or wherever you want.
I want to go to King's Cross and go to platform 9 3/4.
Yeah.
I need to add that route in.
That will come when they have steam trains.
No, they need to add a steam train to the game.
Then you get the Hogwarts train mod.
Why isn't Colonel Failure demanding that be added? Because he was all about steam trains before he became a community member.
He is. He says, I would like to have steam trains, but the thing is that it is not so easy. They talk about particle display and calculation and
steam
stuff.
Having performance impact and stuff.
Yeah.
That's all right. Just make sure
All
everybody
this
buys
takes
a RTX 3080. Just tell everybody they need to get a 3080 graphics card. And
if you can. If there was any available in the market, yeah. At a reasonable price.
I was watching Jay's 2 Cents yesterday on YouTube where he was overclocking the RTX 3080. The Founders Edition to see what levels of overclocking you can get on the card out the box.
Because it's pretty good cooled. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, and he managed to get in the Hall of Fame at the minute for graphics card overclocking. with the Founders Edition 3080, he managed to get into the world top 10. And there were people in that list which had like 2080 Ti's with like liquid nitrogen cooled and...
Wow.
So he says, I'm quite impressed that a Founders Edition card can break the top 10. He says, especially as I'm not doing any like serious modification of the card or anything. I'm running on...
overclocking.
He says, I'm running on stock BIOS, stock driver... just regular voltage.
What you have to do is modify the temperature settings.
Yeah, the only thing he did that was a little bit different was he built a little cardboard box to put the PC in, and then the cardboard box he had connected to a external air conditioning unit.
Okay.
To keep the air cool inside the cardboard box with the PC sat in.
Put the PC in the fridge. Put it in the fridge.
See, now this is all going horribly wrong because I'm harvesting the wrong way around the field. So I'm not removing the tops.
Are you not done with the potatoes yet? No, I'm almost done with all the farm work in the meantime.
I think what I'm going to have to do, this is going to be...
I almost have my second harvest.
is I'm going to have to disconnect the potato thing for a minute and just take the tops off because I can't turn round. I've got such a narrow bit of the field left, I can't actually turn round and line up properly. And then, so if I just remove all the tops first, and then I'll go back over the field in a minute and harvest the potatoes.
Yeah, since I have to wait for the graphics card to be available, I'm not so keen in having the flight simulator anymore. The hype is gone. I mean, they have so much to add on in this game, and if you think about people buying this airport and this city and this, oh my god, Is it? Everything is so expensive. If you really want to play this game. It's like Microsoft is not patching anything anymore because there are third-party companies that are releasing the patches for areas. Like, if you want to have this nicely, you buy it from us. It's only $6.99, but 1,000 times $6.99.
Let's go give the potatoes. I don't think I'm doing crop destruction, am I? No. Aren't we? Because I've removed the tops. And the potatoes are below the ground, so definitely shouldn't be crop destruction. Fucking London bus though.
It's not so easy to handle this thing, huh?
Not when when you start getting down to the last bit of the field in the middle, it's a bit awkward. Because I don't have a lot of room at the top and bottom of the field to turn around. Edges are in the way a little bit. It's quite a long beast that you're pulling behind this tractor. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It's in hot demand tonight. Everybody wants a piece of Mr. Helgi. It's so popular. That looked a bit weird. That looked a bit weird. Which means absolutely nothing to you guys on the stream because you're watching it normally. But I'm playing now in 3D, hence the 3D glasses. And it was ever so weird because as I drove over that bit back there with the tree shadow on, it seemed like the ground went away from me. The game obviously didn't quite know, the TV didn't quite know how to display that. Yeah, I'm making use of my 3D TV for as long as it will last. Because the other day I thought it was dead. Because I switched it on and the screen was just pink lines, just black screen with just loads of pink lines down it. I thought, uh-oh, panel's gone. But then after it had been switched on for like half an hour, it suddenly just clicked, and as a result I haven't switched it off since. Because I decided I'm not going to risk switching it off again. Yeah, as I go through the shadow area there, the TV's like, oh, it thinks there's a like dip in the field. That's how it looks to me anyway, with the depth. Done. We'll get the rest of the potatoes probably shipped down to Silo Kings, is it? Still Silo Kings? Silo Kings is still $270. What I might do then, after doing the harvesting of these potatoes, I might sell this potato harvester, because probably won't use it again, and it'd be nice to have a bit of money in the bank, which we can put towards obviously loan fees. Oh, disaster has struck. Didn't harvest any from there. That's obviously a crop destroyed bit.
I'm back.
And I've finished the potatoes!
At least my voice. Oh, nice.
Wait.
Do we have a washer?
Not at the moment. That's one thing we don't start with, is a pressure washer.
And do we have a thunder?
Thunder is installed, but we don't own one yet. Tractor. Please. Excuse me. Some damn allergies.
Corona.
Corona could well be. Is on the rise in the UK. We're in crisis again.
It's just people coming back from holiday. That's all.
On the crisis. Boris has put us into lockdown again. Second wave. New restrictions in place for the next 6 months. Try and contain it.
I read a news about a German institution, health institution, that they found a very strong antivirus stuff. I don't know. Maybe they have some good basis for an injection, possible cure. Let's see. Because the first one who invents this is rich. He will be filthy rich.
Imagine that, someone invented a vaccine for it and then tried to charge people for it. Oh, you're too poor,
Well,
you can't have it. You're too poor,
it will be charged.
You're going to have corona.
There will be charges. I'm sure Bill Gates will pay for the poor countries.
He spent $7.5 billion on Bethesda. He doesn't want to buy a virus vaccine.
He likes people being in home office. They can play games.
Yeah. And what's better is
they have to work.
Bethesda are famously known for their games being full of bugs. So he's going to be actually...
He's the vaccine for the games.
He's going to be making more. Going to be creating more bugs. Now he owns Bethesda. Here we go. Oh no, that's the daring. Wrong turn. Sorry, I'm not bringing you any milk. I don't think the dairy accepts potatoes.
How dare it? Field 5 needs harvesting.
Not our field.
No, it's not. But it needs harvesting. Maybe it's a contract. So, do I now go to fertilizer stage? Yep, I do. This is quite fast, this seeder.
It's Stevie's one.
Going 22 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, he's probably changed the speed on it. As well as making it plant everything on the map.
Plant everything at the same time on each field. And when you start harvesting, you can decide which crop you want to harvest. They all grow at the same time.
He does a line of each crop. Just one row of each crop. Automatically. It's like I would love it if there was a seeder that was 13.9 metres wide.
Why?
Because then it'd be the exact same width as the combine header, so you could literally do one strip of each crop.
Yeah.
And then you could harvest each strip and then empty.
Yeah.
So on one field you could do all the crops.
Yeah, with GPS, no issue, no problem.
Lovely sunflowers. I'm stuck on the gate. Yeah. Dinner time.
Dinner time.
Dinner time. Dinner time. I think it's soup tonight for dinner. That seemed to be what was cooking earlier. Big pressure cooker on the stove. Off. Right, so let me have a look. Field 9 needs to be ploughed. Doesn't require lime though, which is nice to see. Challenger. Plough. Into the chickens. Don't drive into the chickens.
Did you hear anything about cattle and crops?
Nope.
Did they stop development?
Oh. What's happening with it? It was supposed to be coming out of early access last I heard, because they'd got a publisher and everything for it.
Okay.
But I thought there seems to be a lot missing from the game still.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have that much equipment in the game.
Maybe they were not successful with licenses. companies go, nope, we already have a license with FarmSim.
Yeah, a lot of Farm Sim has done a lot of exclusivity deals. Maybe.
Yeah, but they should not fear cattle and crops. It would be maybe a game for hardcore farm simmers.
iPad's playing up. My iPad's gone. Nope, you're not allowed to watch the stream. Someone's dropped the internet box. Oh no. Someone's probably done that downstairs on purpose to make me go and get me dinner. We dropped the internet box, he won't be able to play that stupid farming game that he's always playing.
So lime is not required. On field 9, fertilizer.
I think what I'll do is I'll seed the field first and then I would fertilise, spray it after. Or fertilise and spread it after it's been seeded.
Did I miss this little strip of lime on field 3? Unbelievable.
Unbelievable, Batman. Too bad with this bit of machinery. Rocketing along on a fair old crack. That always looks a bit weird. Doesn't quite know how to handle the shadows properly. It looks like I'm driving into a hole. Or a trench. It's ever so weird. I feel like I could reach out and grab the tractor. Looks like someone's got like a children's toy driving up and down my TV.
So when you seed the field and then fertilize, do you get 2 stages without cultivating?
Yes. Because you're getting a different ground texture. You're getting a changed state.
So that means if you drive the seeder, it is applying fertilizer and then changing
Changing the state of the field,
the
yes.
state and seed.
Yeah.
Instead of seed, change the texture and then fertilize.
Yeah.
That would be better.
Yeah, the fertilizing seeders and planters do everything backwards. They seem to do everything in reverse, which is why it doesn't work properly with your fertilizer states.
So is this field 9 a big field or
Not that big.
it's also a small field?
It's manageable field, I would say. I'd say it's about the same size as maybe field 2. Maybe a little bit smaller than field 2.
And the question, I asked the question because I want to know what crop I should plant. Because for soybeans it's too small, I think.
Yeah. Might be an idea to plant barley again. And then by the time the barley has grown and is ready to harvest, I'll have fixed the map so we actually get the right yield. Which makes up for that poor harvest we got to start with. I like it. We've got proper silage bunkers on this map, which is nice. So we can make silage from mowing the grass. Whole load of silage in the bunkers, and then get the mouse. Lease a mouse to fill the trailers. Take the silage off to the BGA. Get paid lots of money. Oh, he's rocking along with the horse pronto.
Barley, is it?
Yeah.
From your top view?
Yeah. Vale. And that's me successfully subsoiled. So we can get this back to the farm. Part the thing back in the shed. Put the Challenger back in the shed, and then I will sadly have to go for my dinner. So I'll have to call it an early night tonight.
I will just fertilize it afterwards, and that's it for tonight.
Back to some medieval dynasty or whatever. Or Factorio or whatever it is you've played. And I will, whilst I'm having my dinner, I'll watch some of this Lilia playing this medieval dynasty to see what it's all about. Seeing as YouTube apparently keeps wanting me to watch the bloody woman. course, there's no Darth Sile till later because he streams late on a Thursday. Going to be doing Roller Coaster Tycoon later, which I will also get Epic to start installing whilst I'm having my dinner. I need to have a play of that Planet Zoo as well at some point because I bought that a few weeks ago and installed it, but I haven't played it yet. Planet Zoo. Be nice if it was cross-compatible with Jurassic World so I could put dinosaurs in my zoo.
Yeah, why not? It's the same company.
Same company, yeah, so why did they not make it cross-play? So I could put dinosaurs in my Planet Zoo. And then have roller coasters from Planet Coaster for my...
Money, right. For other entertainment.
For other entertainment. Yeah, you could make like the ultimate flipping park experience then, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Which I think would be super duper cool.
Yeah, I guess the game mechanics are too different.
Well, they're not really, are
But
they?
why would they not be able to just put the animated dinosaurs in? That's it. Yeah.
From my view, Planet Zoo and Planet Coaster look like they use the exact same game engine.
Yeah, but the building and stuff.
The building and everything is exactly the same in Planet Coaster and
Really?
Planet Zoo. Yeah, exactly the same. It's all piece by piece building.
Okay.
Which is the difference, because Jurassic World's the one where it's a lot different because all the buildings have come pre-assembled and you just place them, which I thought was a bit naff because you couldn't build your own buildings in Jurassic World.
Just my level of details.
Whereas you don't like the building of Planet Zoo and